when you're talking to business owners, people that are making decisions right now, what's their biggest reluctancy to saying, creating content? I think I want to do it. I've been told I have to do it. I read all my trade magazines. I hear from other people. But for whatever reason, there's business owners out there and they're just reluctant. What do you think is like the number one reason why?
The number one reason is they don't know what to talk about. So they don't think that their story has any relevance to someone that doesn't know them or care about them. So they're saying, I know everyone's telling me I have to be doing this. I'm reading up these articles about how I have to be on the Facebook, or that's what they like to use a lot, the Facebook.
The Facebook,
like
the original name.
Yeah. The Facebook. Or, how I need to be creating content for my firm or my agency or whatever business they're in. But they're saying, my story means nothing to Susie down the street who doesn't care about me, who doesn't care about my agency, and it's not going to directly bring in business. So those go hand in hand. So it's finding the story to talk about that they don't think they can pull out of themselves, which, as you know, it's hard to do. It's hard to look at yourself and be like, I actually have something consistently to put out there that people are going to care about, to listen to, or to get out there. But where I come in is it's not for everybody. It's for Jack, who's 35, who you want to talk to and you talk to every day. And this is going to help him get in your door, create opportunities for you. So that's the quote unquote convincing factor in it. It's, hey, business owner, you're not creating your story for everybody. You're creating it for the person you want to be in front of. And they do care about whatever you're talking about, because if you're a New England Patriot fan and so is the guy down the street, he's going to talk to you just because you're a Patriot fan. And that has nothing to do with yourself and your story. That's just you talking about what you want to talk about anyways. So the first thing that's the main one, is that they don't know what to say.
There has to be some sort of block.
Yeah.
So this is where the mental side of it comes in. It's like, because it's difficult to say, I'm going to talk about this. What's everyone going to think? And no doubt that is a hurdle. Yeah. That is a major hurdle that people have to get over.
Well, for example, last week we went to one of our clients. They run a big financial firm here in Charlotte. And they're starting a podcast, storytelling around themselves, the culture of their agency. And ultimately, their end goal is to get better advisors in the door, regardless of whatever happens. And someone in the room was talking about, hey, you're not going to appeal to everybody. That's a problem. And I was like, oh, that's not a problem. Because if they don't enjoy your story, they don't enjoy who you are and what you guys are about here, they're not going to be a good advisor here anyways.
Yeah. So who in the room, not naming names or anything like that, like what type of person is saying that? It was a CMO type person?
No, it was a compliance officer.
A compliance person saying, we're going to be talking to people that they're going to be turned off by this, basically. Yeah. Which is the person that was never going to work with you anyway, because they're going to come in here, see your culture, and be like, I'm turned off by it. Exactly. I'm going to go take a job down the street.
That's the second best thing. The second best thing is someone saying, I don't like this agency, so I'm not going to work on it or work with them, because you're not paying to onboard them. You're not paying to train them. They're not wasting time, and you can hire someone else who wants to be there. So that goes back to the whole, they don't like my story. That's fine. They don't like your story, then they're not going to ever be a good client, be a good advisor, be a good whatever you may.
You always say that all the time. Yeah. There's only so much time in the day to say, oh, this person wants to grab coffee, go to lunch, have a meeting. If they would have been able to spend some time checking out my LinkedIn page, my podcast, my article, and they could have said, no, no, and no. I don't like anything that he stands for. I don't like what he's saying. Well, guess what? No, we don't have to waste that hour and a half at lunch trying to get to that stage. We cut all that time back. How much time did you save? And what is time? Time is money, and you saved all that.
I'm Eric Kasimov, and for all of us here at KazSource, thank you for listening to Content Matterz. If you'd like to connect, you can find me on LinkedIn or Twitter. That's it for now.